8:36 says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" I had a dream that I had a ring. I was putting a ring on my finger. I was binding myself with an oath. And it was like I was somebody coming into Christianity for the first time. And there was almost like a catch or something to it. Not really a catch, but like a warning that in doing so, you would face persecution. There was a possibility for physical harm, and there was a possibility of death. And in my dream, a fear came over me. But I decided that it didn't matter. And I went ahead and I binded myself to that oath of following Jesus. And I was walking. And as I was walking, all these fears and all these things kept coming to my mind. What persecution are you going to have to go through? If you face physical harm, where is it going to come from? Are you going to die? Are you not going to die? All these different things. And I decided to shut my mind off. And whenever I did, I started running. My walking turned into running. And I just kept running in my walk for the Lord. And I didn't care. I didn't let fear stop me, because in my dream, I came to the conclusion that nobody suffered worse than Jesus. And nobody else even matters but him. And I kept running. And then suddenly my dream turned. It was me walking into a room. And there was something in the middle of the room that you put your hand into. And I was looking at it and I said, "Is that going to hurt me?" And the people said, "No, it's not going to hurt you. Like, there's going to be something that I was required to do, but putting my hand in that certain thing wasn't going to hurt me." And I put my hand into it, and something came out. I don't know if it was supposed to represent a statue or what it was. It came out, and I had to show my approval of this thing. And I did, and I just talked about how good it was, and how, I don't know, I showed my approval of this thing that came and showed itself to me. And all of a sudden, there were like tables of food, like groceries, like I went to the store or something, and there were bags laying around. And because I did that, I was able to take a bag and fill it up with whatever I wanted. Things I wanted to eat at the house, things that I knew my parents would like. I was just filling it up with everything I wanted until the point that the bag was about to break. More people came in, and I was going over with them, helping them pack up their bags full of stuff. And we were walking out the room, and I noticed everybody was holding theirs, but I looked at mine. Mine was gone. And I said, "Did I leave it in that room? Where is it?" And I woke up with the thought of, what did I do with my bag that had all my goods in it? And the Lord started speaking to me instantly. He said, some people spend their entire lives trying to gain and gain and gain, trying to have something in this life. But he reminded me of the verse, Mark 8:36, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" It does not matter how much you have in this life. If you have Jesus, you have everything. And it doesn't matter